It's a messy yard you got here.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so all this needs to be cleaned up. This is our client's yard. It's just that we got to do a clean up, an estimate for all the pruning again around here, clean up all the leaves. Then we have to do an estimate to, they want to build a fence, a hedge cover here. So we have to, my idea is to pull these ugly looking shrubs out all the way to here, keep the burning bush, shape it way down, take this out completely, put a line of arborvitaes all the way in a kind of a circle and right in front of this burning bush all the way back over to here. I think 15 arborvitaes in here to go all the way around to that big holly. Then clean up all this back here, all this here. Well, I'm gonna say a cleanup is easily $750. No?
Yeah, with
To take away all them limbs and stuff? Take us probably about 4 hours to clean it all up, load the trailer with all the limbs. Yeah. Guys, we're back here. Remember earlier in the video yesterday, we went down there to look at that yard for an estimate. In this one, I'm gonna go around and respade all these edges. I'm gonna hit longer areas in the yard with the weed eater. All this has to be respaded. I'm gonna do a TikTok version too. I never do that for Rachel. All the way around here, spaded. All this stuff's gonna have to be blown out here and here. All around here is gonna have to be spaded. We're making a new bed from the fence, and we're gonna come a little bit of a circle around here to meet up with the walkway, because they're gonna put another bed here, and we're putting, I think, 5 pink muley grasses and azaleas in here. All this has to be cleaned up, all back here. Not much to clean up back here. Some of the bigger sticks Jared's getting. So it's not that hard of a job, but he's definitely gonna have to take the blower and get back in these too, in there. And then I gotta spade around this tree. Over here, I got a spade. This bed here, and then there's a bed going around the back. Don't be lazy, go do it to get the full effect of what the after looks like. All along here, spading. This is spaded. We're remulching it with a double ground pine, spaded around here, and then they're gonna work on raking and cleaning things up. So let me get to work. Okay, we got a nice deep edge. I had a comment when I was doing a tree ring from another job saying that spading deep is all wrong and you're not supposed to do it like that. Don't listen to anybody who comments that. You can spade a foot deep if you really want to. That has no effect on the plants around here. What it does is it keeps all your mulch into the bed. And they also said, oh, the tree ring's too narrow. It's not wide enough. Okay, so technically, true, that's not a wide enough tree ring. It's technically supposed to be the drip edge. But if I were to do the drip edge on a tree like this, the whole yard would be a mulch bed. So guys, you can't do that. And the flare of the tree, if nobody knows, see where it curves down? Whoop, bends out like that. That's the flare of the tree. Every year we pull stuff away from the flare of the tree. If we do a yard that the flare of the tree is completely covered, we pull it back so the flare of the tree isn't covered with mulch, because it could ruin the tree. We've always said that. We've been saying that for years. So I guess if you go and actually watch our videos and see what we're teaching, you would know that. But instead of putting silly comments down, once again, the silly comments don't bother me. It's whatever it is. You have some people that are just silly and you ignore them and keep going. So let me get more done. Oh, I wanted to show you too. If you guys have buckets, this is the best way to do this. or you could pull around the whole cart, but this is a hilly yard. So what I do is just stage all these buckets. If I had more, I'd do it all the way around. And as I'm spading, I put all the stuff into the buckets going around. So let's go ahead and get this one done. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna clean that up a little better. I was doing a rough edge. It's gonna come around here like this, just like this, down around like this. I spaded. I did all this. This is the hardest part because of these roots, so I gotta fix this a little bit. I was cutting some of the roots out. They're from this maple tree. I didn't get to that one, but we spaded this, and then I had Jared, so let me know, what do you guys think how he did? I had Jared spaded this, and Jared spaded this. Not bad. He used a spade shovel. I used a flat shovel. And in my opinion, the flat shovel that I use, this has got to be cleaned up a little still. Got to finish spading here and then here, and then the tree rings. But while they're mulching, I'll spade the rest of this stuff, clean up the bottom of this. We're here back to fertilize all these plants, and I'm gonna cut these down so we can push growth out the bottom and make them look like that eventually. So I'll show you an after. That's what it looks like afterwards. And if you see, now that I cut all this, I tipped all this, that's gonna take this growth here and push new growth shoots out of everything. And eventually, over time, it'll fill in. There's a couple dead pieces I gotta cut out back there. We fertilized all these, but over time, these smaller ones will come in. And then now the dogwood's gonna be able to get some more light, these azaleas. So watch how when we get rain and this starts popping off in growth once we get warmer. Next week, we're gonna be back because we can pick up all the plants on Monday. We're gonna be back, plant all the plants in here, except for the pink muley. We might have to wait on them. They're always dormant for a while. And we're gonna get all this mulched. So we're back here. Rachel's showing a property owner. Somebody asked her opinion on what was going on with the tree over there. So she's talking to her, giving her advice. It's always good to give people some advice. We're gonna come and finish up mulching here. Not finish, but start mulching here. This is where these are gonna go. Those are two higher growing azaleas. They grow about 5-6 feet tall, 4 foot wide. Like pretty much 5 by 5 or 4 by 6. These smaller ones grow about 3 foot tall, 3 foot wide. So we're gonna space them all like this so they bush in, and this is just gonna be a big clump of azaleas. And then over here, we don't have them yet because it's really hard to get pink muley grass because it's all dormant and big ones. So we're gonna wait and bring them later on. And we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 back there. So that would be a whole row of pink muley grasses in the background, and they'll grow up pretty tall and block out the fence some. Those should fill in. But let's go ahead and get this stuff planted in the ground. I'm not gonna take you guys planting, but what you do if you're planting these, you just dig a big enough hole, and then you leave probably this piece here about that much out of the ground. That way when you mulch up to it and everything, you don't want to sink your plants too low. Just a quick tip. But let's go ahead and get some more stuff done, and then I'll show you the after as we go. Okay, there we go, guys. It is Rachel approved. She approved all the plantings. They put little, we noticed this year, they put little peat moss things around or whatever they are around their trees. They end up breaking down, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
To keep moisture in.
To keep moisture, because you don't always know if plants are watering like they should.
Yeah, so I really like that. And that has some fertilizer in it, but we are gonna put some holly tone down on these. I think I have a bag left at home, like a half a bag, so when we come back, I'll bring that. Oh, this is gonna grow up to be so pretty. What was that?
Yeah, it was from his.
Yeah. Jared's spading out the beds, or around the fire pit, because we want it to look nice and pretty. So, okay, let me go and spade the other side. And when I come back the next time, you guys will be pruning all this stuff with me. But for now, I'm gonna go spade and then get the rest of this mulch off so we can go back and get more mulch. And then I'll prune. I'm not gonna prune these down too much because if you notice, these all have flowers on them. These are laurels and we want them to flower. So if anything, I'll cut these dead tips off and like just try to kind of give it a little bit of a shape by nipping some, hand pruning some. I am gonna shape this and we are gonna shape the boxwoods. So, and then I have to finish spading. Oh, maybe they had them cut already, I don't know. Oh, that tree's really, no, I don't think they had that tree cut. Look how much that opens that up now. Definitely is gonna help our client's yard grow. And we will be back to mow 1, 2, 3. And the big cleanup down there was approved. And just to clean the leaves up and the branches you guys seen earlier in this video, we ended up doing $750. That's just to clean up the pile of branches, all the leaves, and mow it. That doesn't include pruning everything. We're gonna give her a quote for pruning, mulching, and doing all the planting in one quote. Okay guys, so I got all this prune, as you can see, or you've seen. Most of this spaded out. I just have that half in another tree ring. This little bit of mulch. But they got back here done. We still gotta do this side and this half over. But I ended up getting all of this mulched. Nice, good job.
Then bring the rest over here and dump it there.
All the way down to here. So now all we have left to do is this.
What do you think? How did we do?
Good, good. Next time we come back, now I'm not sure, tomorrow or Friday, but we have to have this job done by Friday. I forgot. You guys want to do some light pruning with me? This isn't really overgrown because we do it a lot. So I sharpened my hedge trimmers so they'd be nice and sharp. And all we're gonna do is just lightly prune this. Gotta watch out for the plants that are coming back up. Step back, look at it, looks pretty good. Now this is the one I'm gonna do next. Some people will tell you only should prune this stuff by hand and hand pruners. Don't listen, guys. You can prune it with a mechanical pruner. It's not gonna hurt it as long as your stuff's sharpened and you spray it. Some people get weird with their bushes and say, oh, you should only hand prune everything. But no. Nice, right? Doesn't have to be tight. It just has to look nice. Don't want to over prune things. Oh. So we're done the pruning. And then you just step back, and anything else I'll get with my hands. That wasn't too bad. All that's nice. Look how good that boxwood looks. So we do this yard here, and then we'll probably end up doing all that yard. Okay, guys, so I got all this pruned, as you can see, or you've seen. Most of it spaded out. I just have that half and another tree ring. This little bit of mulch. But they got back here done. We still got to do this side and this half over. But I ended up getting all of this mulched. Nice, good job.
Then bring the rest over here and dump it there.
All the way down to here. So now all we have left to do is this.
What do you think? How did we do?
Good, good. Okay, we're gonna leave the cart here.
Yeah, cart can stay here.
My ladder can stay here. My ladder can stay here. Next time we come back, now I'm not sure tomorrow or Friday, but we have to have this job done by Friday. I forgot. We have to, on our big yard, our 60,000 square foot, we have to go mow that either Friday, Saturday, or we go back and, because I have to fertilize all the plants on that property, and we have to spray weed killer on the beds that we mulched, some little bit, and so, but that'll be like not too hard. Take us hopefully like 4 hours over there, and I think I have it at like $1,300 to do all that. So okay guys, I'm gonna start wrapping all this up. Is that the mean lady I waved to? I don't know. I'll see if she pulls in. She swore like there's a mailbox a few down way back in the day, like 6 years ago. She swore I hit her mailbox with my push mower and it broke. And she was like going nuts on me, man. Screaming at me. I'm like, I'm sorry about that, ma'am. I don't think it was me. She ended up, I told her to call the cops. She called the police, and there's nothing the police could do. They said, well, if you want to fix it, you can. And I was going to go get some, I said, I'll do it, officer, to make her happy. Go get some metal bond, because they're metal mailboxes, and fix it. Even even though I swore it wasn't me.
She said you should probably go below the walkway.
Okay. I swore it wasn't me, but she swore it was. And oh man, I think she was really upset because I never gave her an estimate because it was like ridiculously, like so overgrown. So I never gave her an estimate. And then I guess when me and her were going at it, she said, well, you never gave me an estimate. You're a crappy guy, blah, blah, blah. And I might have said, well, you couldn't afford us. So that's why I didn't. So it wasn't, I was just in a bad mood that day because she was just going, like yelling at me. But she asked the neighbors, like, you go with them? They do such poor work, she said. Never did any work for her in our lives. And we don't do poor work. We do some of the best work around here. So, but every year she goes by Rachel and makes a snarky remark to her in a comment, and we just ignore it.